What's going on, guys? Gomes here back again on another MLB The Show 19 Diamond Dynasty video. Today we're going to go over our August 29th roster update predictions. As always, if you guys enjoy these videos, please make sure to leave a like down below. Definitely helps me out a ton. And make sure to subscribe if you guys are new. A lot of great videos coming forward. You guys are not going to want to miss them. But without further ado, let's get right into it. As always, I am going to say I'm not going to list off every single player that's going to get upgraded. I am just going over 7 offensive, 7 pitching, and then 4 downgrades. So let's get right into it. The first guy I want to talk about is none other than Andrew Benintendi, Benny Biceps, for the Boston Red Sox. In the last 30 days, he is hitting 289 against lefties, 556 slug, 2 home runs, 8 extra base hits, righties hitting 356, 610 slug, 2 home runs, 10 extra base hits, 29 strikeouts, so I don't see that vision moving any, but he's been hitting so good power-wise, 610 and 556 slug, that I think that's going to give him a +1 to get back up to that 80 overall threshold, and he is going to achieve gold status once again. So I think that is a good guy to invest. I'm not going for too much right now. Another guy is Tim Anderson, who has been really good this year. A guy who I think might deserve a fielding upgrade. I don't know if they're going to do it, however, but against lefties in the last 30, hitting 400, 467 slug, 2 extra base hits. Righties hitting 355, 526 slug, 2 home runs, and 9 extra base hits. Not a whole lot of power right here, but hitting 400 against lefties, that alone should give him enough of a boost of an upgrade to get a +1 to an 80 overall. So once again, going for about 680, a little bit more, but still plenty of time for you guys to make some stubs on him. Here we have an interesting situation here with Michael Brantley. Now, he could go diamond. I think realistically, there is a great shot of him going diamond in the last 30, hitting 414, 621 slug, a home run, 4 extra base hits, righties 362, 652 slug, 3 home runs, 13 extra base hits, hitting 333 against lefties on the year, and a 575 slug, so maybe he gets a boost because of that. I'm gonna say a +1 to be safe, but I would not be surprised if Brantley goes diamond. Really, the big things holding it back is that defense and speed. I think he's probably a bit faster than 34 speed might say, but I don't know if they're going to adjust that any. His hitting stats alone is gonna get him to an 84, possibly an 85 diamond, but I think it's a very low-key investment going for 1,800 stubs. Why not buy a couple, throw your hat in the ring, and see what happens right there. Here we have a lock right here, my first gold lock on the episode. Nick Castellanos, he's been so good since he came over to Chicago. Against lefties, hitting 333, 741 slug, 2 home runs, and 7 extra base hits. Righties hitting 338, 613 slug, 6 home runs, and 10 extra base hits. I think that's enough to get him a +2 over to a gold right there. A pretty big power upgrade should be warranted with a 741 and a 613 slug versus lefties and righties respectively. So I think that is going to be enough for him to get a +2 over to gold status for Nick Castellanos. Here we got another guy in the NL Central, a guy whose name has been bounced around in the talk for gold for quite some time, and that is Jose Iglesias. Been really good as of late against lefties, hitting 368, 526 slug, righties hitting 333, 576 slug. On the season, he's hitting 302 against righties, so once again, that enough is going to get him a +1 to an 80 overall on that contact versus righties. So I'm a big fan of Jose Iglesias going gold. I really recommend that you guys stock up and invest on him, because I am pretty damn confident that he is going to get upgraded to gold on Thursday when the roster update hits. And then here we have another interesting one. We have Cattell Marte. Unlike Michael Brantley, Michael Brantley, all-star prior, Cattell Marte in his previous years has just been average or below average, but he's been so damn good this year against lefties, hitting 344, 625 slug, 2 home runs, and 5 extra base hits. Righties hitting 290, 597 slug, 4 home runs, and 9 extra base hits. The big thing with Cattell Marte, kind of like Michael Brantley with the defense, is he only has 32 arm accuracy, which I find to be blasphemous. I have no idea how that is even possible, and there's no way that he has 32 arm accuracy in real life. So if they boosted that, I think it's going to be a lot easier for him to get to diamond, because I think that is definitely warranted. But otherwise, I'm going to say a +1 to an 84 overall. Once again, going for not all that much, 16 to 1700 stubs. Great guy to invest in and see if he does go diamond. And then finally, for the San Francisco Giants, we're going to talk about Kevin Pillar right here, having a really nice underrated season against lefties, hitting 364, 758 slugging percentage, 3 home runs, and 7 extra base hits. Then Against righties, hitting 306, 597 slug, 4 home runs, and 9 extra base hits. So I think Kevin Pillar is a great guy. I think he's going to get a +2 to a 78, possible gold candidate later on in the year. You know, not going for much at all. Pretty much quick sale value you guys can get him for right now. So it might not be bad to stock up on a couple and see what happens. You know, maybe the Giants are going to go on another surge towards the postseason, and he's going to be a really big charge into that. But going over to our pitchers now, starting with Ryan Yarbrough of the luxurious Tropicana field. I'm going to say a +2 to gold. He has been so solid this year with all the injuries the Rays have had to their pitching staff, and new guys just keep coming up and firing. 28 in a third inning pitched, 1.91 ERA, 184 opponent batting average, 0.71 whip, 31 strikeouts, and 1 walk. On the season, just a 1.07 walks per 9 and 7.15 K per walk ratio. He has been so good. I think a hit K and walk per 9 upgrade is warranted, and I think that's going to be enough to get him up to an 80 overall. So once again, cheap candidate for gold, but definitely tons of upside and stubs to be made right there. For the White Sox, I'm going to say Lucas Giolito deserves a +2 to a +3. He's been so good this year. Not gold quite yet, but I think if he does keep working, have another cup, have a nice couple starts to end out the year, he can go gold by the end. 34 innings pitched, 2.12 ERA, 200 opponent batting average, 1 whip on the dot, 53 strikeouts, 9 walks, and 3 home runs given up. 53 strikeouts and 34 innings pitched is more of a list that is really good. I could see around like a +10 on his K per 9, and then also slight upgrade on his hits per 9. So I think Lucas Giolito has had a great season, and I think he's going to be close to gold after this update. For the Houston Astros, talking about Roberto Osuna right here, not quite yet. I'm going to say a +1 to an 84 overall. But of course, Astros going to be playing deep into October. You would think, especially him as the closer, going to have a lot of opportunity to shine. So maybe he can go diamond by the end of the year. But 9 inning pitched, 8 per 9. 8 out of 9 unsafe opportunities, 3 ERA, 167 opponent batting average, 0.67 whip, 8 strikeouts, and 1 walk given up. I think that's good enough for him to get it +1 to an 84 overall and not going for much at all. So this would be a very cheap investment that you guys can make to possibly go diamond later on in the year. For the New York Metropolitans, we're talking about Jacob deGrom having a really nice last couple of starts, and I think he is going to get upgraded back to an 89, which is where I believe he started the year off with 33 innings pitched, 1.36 ERA, 178 opponent batting average, 0.85 whip, 44 strikeouts, 7 walks, and 1 home run given up. I could see a slight home runs per 9 upgrade, which is definitely going to make him a lot better online, in my opinion. And then, of course, his hits per 9 at a 178 opponent batting average is going to get upgraded as well, in my opinion. So I'll say a +1 to an 89. I don't think they're going to go any higher than that for now for Jacob deGrom, but definitely deserving. Here we have my first diamond candidate. We have Aaron Nola, who I'm going to say is going to go diamond this week. You know, of course, he was diamond earlier on, but went down to gold. But I think he's pretty much back to what we saw Aaron Nola as last year, or maybe pretty close, not quite, because he was, I believe, top 2, top 3 in Cy Young candidate, behind Scherzer, of course, who won it. But Aaron Nola, 39 and 2/3 innings pitched, 3.18 ERA, 2.06 opponent batting average, 0.98 whip, 42 strikeouts and 10 walks, and he has a 10 K per 9, which is his highest ever in his career. I think that is going to get him up to a 85 overall, to a diamond. So going for 2.5K, really go ahead and invest on this guy. Tons of profit margins right there. For the Chicago Cubs, I don't know how Yu Darvish managed to not go gold last roster update. That's beyond me, but I think he definitely is going to get it this time. 29 in the third innings pitched, 3.99 ERA. That is kind of inflated by 1 bad start. I don't remember exactly who it was against, but you guys know what I'm talking about. He had 1 bad start. Otherwise, he's been phenomenal. 228 opponent batting average once again as a result of that, but still pretty good. 42 strikeouts and 44 strikeouts and 0 walks given up. So that 0 walks is once again what's going to get him to gold at a 46 walks per 9. So Yu Darvish is definitely going to go gold in my opinion. 410 stubs right now. Great guy to go ahead and invest in. I think you're going to make tons of profit if you do invest on him. And then finally, we're going to talk about the Shark, Jeff Samardzija. He's been really solid the last couple outings. Within the last 30, I think he has the 3rd lowest opponent batting average. He's been super good, and I'm going to say a +1, maybe a +2, but for sure he's going to get an upgrade nonetheless. 30.1 innings pitched to 1.48 ERA, 147 opponent batting average, 0.73 whip, 21 strikeouts, 7 walks, and 2 home runs given up, a 2.12 220 opponent batting average on the campaign, all in said. I think his hits per 9 is going to go up quite substantially, maybe a +6, +7. I don't know if that's going to be enough to get him up to an 80 overall, but he is going to get upgraded. And, maybe if he can have another nice couple starts to end out the year, kind of like I said with Lucas Giolito, I think he possibly can get back up to gold. Of course, we know he's been really good in the past, and I think that he could possibly go and get that once again. So now let's move on to our downgrades, starting with the Philadelphia Phillies. We're going to be talking about Rhys Hoskins. I had him on here last time, but he's just continued to struggle. Although his OPS is around what it was last year, and he still has a high on base percentage. I think it's like 380. His contact stats, which is what matters, is not performing all that well right now. 27 strikeouts in the last 30 days, a 154 batting average, 385 slug against lefties, and then against righties, a 113 and 210 slug, 1 home run, 4 extra base hits. So all that being said, I think he is going to go down to a silver. Still been solid and productive for the Phillies, getting on base and whatnot, but he is just not hitting for average, and that's what factors into contact. And like I said, 27 strikeouts. I think he is going to go down to a silver. On Thursday, Lorenzo Cain for the Milwaukee Brewers. I don't like talking about this one because I am a Lorenzo Cain fan, but he has been abysmal this year. I think his OPS is around 660. Against lefties, hitting 179, 286 slug. Righties hitting 311, 333 slug, but that's a small sample size. Against lefties on the year, hitting 244. Righties on the year, hitting 255, and only a 338 slug against righties on the campaign as well. I'm going to say a -2 to an 80 overall. I think his speed and defense and how good he has been in the past is definitely going to keep him gold, but he has been not very good at all this year, so I think he definitely is going to go down. Staying with the Brewers, we have Josh Hader, who of course got downgraded last time. A big hit to his home runs per 9. I think he's going to get downgraded again. He has kind of been getting bounced around a little bit. 9 ERA, 323 opponent batting average, 2 whip, 11 strikeouts, 4 walks, 4 home runs given up in the last 30. And he through 7 innings pitched, 2 out of 6 save opportunities. Last year he had a 398 hits per 9. This year he has a 515, so quite substantially given up more hits, and he's given up 18 hits in the last 16 innings pitched. So I think that hit 9 is really what we're going to be looking at for him getting a downgrade. I'll say a -1. And the big thing with Josh Hader is I imagine this card is going to go down in price, probably like 5,000 at least. So maybe this is an opportunity for you guys to make some stubs. I think you guys should probably sell him if you do have him currently and you are able to sell him. I think Josh Hader is going to go down in price quite a bit. And then finally, our last downgrade, we are going to be talking about Hunter Renfro. I'm going to say he's going to get a -1, maybe a -2 to a silver. Against lefties, hitting 261, 522 slug, 2 home runs. Righties hitting 155, 276 slug, 1 home run, and 5 extra base hits. 36 strikeouts, so maybe his vision moves down even a little bit more, but that power versus righties in particular, I see getting hit, and I think he is going to go down to a silver right here for Hunter Renfro. So that is going to do it for the roster update predictions. Once again, I want to make it known that the roster update is going to be happening on Thursday after the Twitch live stream. So I would imagine around 6:30 Central Time, 7:30 Eastern Time is when we can expect the roster update alongside the signature team reveal, new events, and new flawless rewards. So quite a good content update for Thursday. As always, let me know down below in the comment section who you guys think is going up, who is going down, and anywhere in between. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like down below. Definitely helps me out. Subscribe if you guys are new, and I hope you guys have a great day. That goes out.